Hi guys, good news about Enter the Dragon getting a 4K release. I've been talking about this quite recently, pretty much exclusively on this channel for the last few weeks. I've been talking about the 4K 50th anniversary releases of the Bruce Lee movies. Obviously, he passed away in 1973 and also released Enter the Dragon that year. So for the anniversary, we're getting this Bruce Lee at Golden Harvest box set that Arrow Video are releasing on 4K Blu-ray. Now this does include, technically includes Enter the Dragon, but it's only including the 40th anniversary from 2013 on a normal Blu-ray, which has been out there for 10 years, so that begged the question, what are we getting for the 50th anniversary? Because there wasn't anything new in the Arrow box set. Well, Warner Brothers, because Enter the Dragon is more of a Warner Brothers movie than Golden Harvest as such, Warner Brothers are doing their own release of this, and in the previous video I was talking about how in September we're getting this box set. It's rather disappointing, rather overpriced box set really for what it is, where you get Enter the Dragon on 4K and a load of extra stuff. Not of much is really too exciting, and in terms of the actual content on the actual disc, we're not getting much new. So, good news, that was coming in September obviously, 2 months after the Arrow 4K box set comes out. Well, actually now we're getting this on the 7th of August. So just a quick video here just to talk about exactly what's been announced and what the extra features are, that kind of thing. So the synopsis, obviously, Bruce Lee's final film, Enter the Dragon, celebrates its 50th anniversary, standing the test of time as the most beloved martial arts epic in film history. To avenge the death of his sister, Lee infiltrates the island fortress of criminal warlord Han and enters his brutal tournament. The result is a breathtaking visual feast of competition, fusing karate, judo, taekwondo, tai chi, and hapkido, staged by Lee himself, both the original 1973 theatrical cut and 1998 special edition cut, with additional footage and alternate audio have been remastered in glorious 4K UHD. So this is great news. Obviously, the actual disc special features we talked about in the other video saying you can see these here now. So we've got a few commentaries, documentaries, featurettes, all that kind of stuff, and it says and more. But the important thing is we're getting both the theatrical and special edition cuts. Now, I know I've referred to director's cuts in the previous video, kind of a loosely phrased thing. Got to be careful saying that because there was never actually a director's cut by name, but I sometimes tend to use that as a kind of broad description. Got to be careful doing that. More to the point, though, this is coming out on the 7th of August, which is great because that other box set, the one that was the Steelbook and was quite overpriced, £45, is actually getting released on September the 11th, so this is coming out a month earlier to that, so August the 7th. That's pretty good. I mean, to be honest, when the 4K box set comes out from Arrow, so obviously that's got The Big Boss, Fist of Fury, Way of the Dragon, and also Game of Death 1 and 2, if you're bothered about those. But it'll give me time to watch those. I know it includes Enter the Dragon as well on Blu-ray. Ignore that, just for now. Overshadowed. That'll give me time to watch those, and by the time I've watched those, a few weeks later, obviously, they will then have this Enter the Dragon. So it's quite well timed. I think a 2-month gap between that Arrow 4K box set, which is coming in July, and that £45, as in, if you're watching this, I'm in the UK, so it's £45, that's what it costs. It doesn't weigh £45, just in case anyone got confused. The 2-month gap between the Arrow box set and the Enter the Dragon Steelbooks was a little bit too harsh, I thought. So it's nicer that we're getting this much more sensibly priced version in early August. So that's August the 7th. Now it is available on pre-order now. It's £20. Don't know if I've actually mentioned that. I've been saying it's more sensibly priced. But compared to £45, say you're getting the same discs from what I understand. I think it's just the 4K disc and then the supplemental Blu-ray disc as well. It's definitely a better deal. Now, I predicted that they would do this. It's quite common, as I was saying in a previous video. Steel books and box sets, that kind of thing. larger collections that usually come out first. Similar to with books, usually a hardback will come out first, and that'll be more expensive. And then somewhere down the line, you'll get a paperback option. But people that are obviously the demand side of things, wanting the book or whatever sooner, the supply side of that market then responds and says, okay, well, we can meet your demand, but you're going to have to pay a bit extra to get this premium product. If you're happy to wait, you can pay less and get a lesser version. But luckily here we're actually getting technically the lesser version. It's not a steelbook that we're getting, but I personally aren't bothered about that. I'm not a big steelbook fan, and what's being put on offer here looks great. So that's really good news, and I hope that makes up for my previous video, which, although it was accurate, was a bit of a negative, was a bit of a downer just because of the subject matter. This has hopefully made things a lot better for us all. So I will continue to report on this if anything else comes out. I think we're pretty much done now in terms of news. I think it's just a case of waiting for the thing to come out now, and I'll do a review of it as and when. So I will leave it there, and I will say thank you very much for watching. You can like the video, you can subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time.